After doing a little bit of study with the herb market and the recent crash, I wouldn't recommend doing the buying units method because it tends to be really slow. I mean, I tried to go out there and buy some units for about 20 minutes and I didn't get a single trade. So basically what happened to the market was a sorcerer's garden bot got released. I don't know if they had that mini game in thieving or not, but basically with a certain level, see, yeah, right here, sorcerer's garden, there's a bot out, and basically I'm gonna take you to it later, but basically what it lets you do is get grimy, I think it's grimy herbs. I haven't been there in like 5 years, I don't know. It gets you get grimy herbs from going through this little maze and dodging the guards within it, and by doing so, you get the herbs and you get bulk herbs because you have a lot of people buying it now. And so the herbal market crashed, and also people aren't really selling units as much because they know what herbs they're getting, or they're just getting a lot of bulk herbs. So the unit process is not as good as it was back then because the units were mainly coming from monsters and Slayer, and people were just kind of selling them for a little quick cash from their Slayer tabs or monster drops or whatever. So right now I would recommend just buying the clean herbs, and buying the secondaries and of course the vials and making your potions and selling them that way. I can only give like really a few quick tips on what potions to make. On your way up, you're probably gonna break even or lose a little bit of cash up to prayer potions. So in order to reduce your amounts of cash, since you get XP pretty fast, I would recommend that you of course buy all your secondaries. So what you want to do, skip, oh, another thing, don't do strength potions. You're gonna lose a lot. There's no F2P servers, so nobody wants these, so do not make these whatsoever. You're gonna be losing a lot. Alright, so guams are pretty cheap. I think they're about 300 each. The eyes of newts are 200 each though, and the vials are like 50 to 200 each. Try and always buy your vials cheap. So what you want to do, if you want to save a lot of cash, you can buy your vials and your secondaries by yourself in Ardonge. But the pots you're gonna want to make up to prayer potions, which are pretty good profit always, are eyes and not eyes and newts. You want to buy the secondaries for eyes and newts, make attack potions, and you're gonna make attacks basically up until you can make an energy potion. And you want to get your chocolate dust from either the Lumbridge chest in the basement or from the Grand Tree. They sell 30 at a time at the Grand Tree, and I'm not too sure on the Lumbridge basement because I didn't have RFD done when I was doing Herbalore, of course. And once you get up to prayer stores, you're gonna buy your clean ranars, your snake grass, and your vials. I would recommend you buy snake grass. It's kind of a nuisance to collect yourself. And if you want to make these in 99, go ahead. It's 87.5 XP per, but that's not something I recommend to do. You kind of want to diversify your pots. It'll make your pots sell a little bit faster, and of course give you a little bit more experience per hour, depending on what level or how much money you have. Okay, so I'm just gonna name a few pots all the way up to 99 that I mainly made profit off of. So let me see, Prayer Restore, Pure Sets, which is a super attack and strength potion, Avant, super energy potions if you get them from buying unions, if you choose to do that method. Super anti-poisons are pretty good also. Here at least have gone down quite a bit. Nobody really buys weapon poisons anymore because super weapon poison, weapon poison plus is out a lot more, so people aren't really gonna go for this. Super stores are very high in demand, so you can make cash off of this also. Let's scroll down a little bit. You can also add super defenses to your pure sets to make it a super set and sell those for profit. That's a good way to get rid of your cat in times with a little bit of profit. The only problem is the white berries. Anti-fires, they're okay profit. You still make profit off them, but they sell kind of slow because you gotta keep in mind there's not a lot of dragon killing going on where people are using anti-fires, because a lot of dragon kills are bots. And from me doing a few Slayer tasks to get dragons, I just see people just have the anti-dragon shield. They don't really use the anti-fire breath because they don't really hit a lot and they're bots and they don't want to spend a lot of cash. Alright, next up, ranging potions. These are very good. These are very good profit. Very good profit. Magic potions, they're okay profit. People don't really make them that much. Me personally, I only made about 50 on my way to 99 because people weren't looking for them like that. They don't have that much value or that much use in 07. And brews are used a lot in PVM, so I would recommend you do that. Make those. You could do those. What level is it? 81 to 99 if you choose to do so. They're 180 XP per. And the next and last pot is super strong weapon poison potion. Now I wouldn't recommend you making these up until 99 or something. They give a lot of XP, but keep in mind you got to get the supplies, which is a coconut milk nightshade, which you have to do the watchtower quests right here. And nightshade spawns about every 30 seconds in a fully populated world. So you can calculate about how long that's going to take you just to collect enough nightshade, and then you have to go back and collect all the vials and all the coconut milk and all the poison ivy berries just to get to a decent level. And then you got to turn around and sell those. Now they do sell for quite a high price, 25k each, but I wouldn't recommend you make a bulk amount of those for high herb levels unless you really want that. Unless you have the patience to hold on to those and sell them every so gradually. I've only made 50 of myself, and you can tell it's been like I think 3 weeks since I've had an herb. I've made 50 of these. I've only sold 22 of them, so you can see how slow those actually sell. That's if you're not selling them actively. Um, so that's it for the potions that you should make. I recommend you buy the cleaners again because of that Sorcerer's Garden bot that is out. Luckily, I got out the market in time enough before they started botting herb. But I'm going to take you to the place where people are botting it, and I'll be right back. Alright, so here we are, and already you can see a Sorcerer's Garden bot is right here, getting teleported inside. So I got to get to where I can actually get inside. So let me go through this right quick. Okay, so here we are inside, and just look at all these fucking bots. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad that I got my herb before they came along, but you can see all these bots are just, oh, I can't even come in here, I don't have the thief level. But these bots, they're stealing our ranks, they're stealing our herbs, and they took our jobs. Alright, but see, these bots go through this maze and they dodge all the guards. And then they come to this tree over here. Where is that tree? Yeah, see that? And this is where all the herbs coming from. So if you're wondering where unions went, why nobody's stunning unions anymore, this is the problem. Look at them. They're taking all the herbs. The herb price has been driven down now because of this. Alright, so that's it for the video, guys. I guess I recommend you buying clean herbs now because, as you can see, we're getting a lot of bulk herbs based off the mini-map and stuff. And sorry to tell you guys, the method I use to get profit, or big amounts of profit off of herb, isn't so much profitable anymore. So you can still profit off herb, just not as much as I did. So yeah, that's it for the video. Comment, like, subscribe, rate, blah blah blah, and I'll see you guys next time.